wants to give us a short presentation on the coalition coordination for unity for Massena youth. You can stand here or not here.
Yes, good evening. My name is Laura Camber, and I'm the Coalition Coordinator for Unity. And that is a coalition that is Massena-based, and it's working to decrease marijuana use among at-risk Massena youth. And so 3 of us make up Unity, the coordinators. I'm the Coalition Coordinator, Chelsea LeBeau is the Prevention Coordinator, and Owen Cyrus is our Communications Coordinator. And it's based in Ogdensburg at Seaway Valley Prevention Council. But we do a lot of work at Horizons, which is right next door. And our overall goal is to reduce marijuana use, and we have a strategy to limit the number of licensed dispensaries in Massena, so that's something we're working towards. And we have a lot of information centers, billboards, and radio ads that are currently going out right now. And the priority population is at-risk Massena youth. And so our current goal right now is to fill all of our sectors for our coalition, so we're kind of like new and up and running again, so we're finding new members and new outreach techniques and community service and all those things. So we have a lot of opportunities for engagement. We do a lot of community outreach. We do trunk or treats. We've done Massena, Governor, Ogdensburg, and like the night parade, craft days. And so that's just kind of a little overview. And I can leave some with Sue if anybody would like after. Thank you.
Anybody have any questions for Laura? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead now with the approval of the minutes from November 19th, please. Does anybody has a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Matt? And a second? Ray will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Authorize the town council to accept the resignation letter from Janine B. Miller, the Massena Town Clerk position.
I'd like to make that motion.
Okay, and a second?
I'll second it.
Adrian, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And we want to, please, that Janine is here. We want to thank you for your years of service, many years of service, and a very, very efficient facility in this. Thank you very much. We want to authorize the council to appoint Joni Bigness as Massena Town Clerk for a 1-year unexpired term, and said term to expire December 31st, 2026.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Ray, and a second. Christie makes a second. All in favor, please?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Authorize the town council to accept and sign the 2026 salary schedule.
I'll make that motion.
Matt, and second.
I'll second.
Ray, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Approve the town council and supervisor to sign the fire protection agreement between the town of Massena and the village of Massena. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Ray will make a motion. Is there a second? The fire contract.
Oh, it's the same fire contract.
It's the same
that
contract.
last time,
The
right?
same one.
So I'll second the motion.
Okay, now we need votes. Adrian?
Aye.
Christie?
No.
Okay, Christie says no, I say yes, and Adrian says yes.
So while we're on the topic of the fire agreement, can I just make a quick statement?
Sure.
Okay, I wanted to clear up there were some misconceptions and misunderstandings from the November meeting, and I'm sure that many of the people in Massena read the letter to the editor that Ken McGowan had written, stating that my choice to vote no was mind-boggling. So I actually attempted on November 21st, I reached out to him and I reached out to Greg Paquin in an attempt to unboggle his mind, kind of explain. And as of today, December 17th, I have not heard back from either one of them. Yes, I have not heard from either one of them. In my email, I explained that I departed the committee and I attended a negotiation meeting with Pat, and that my opinion was that I had preferred that the increase was done in increments so as not to overwhelm the taxpayers of the town of Massena. I did not agree to the instant 20% jump. I understand the numbers, I really truly do. I was trying to ease into it. That is what I was doing. I shared my thoughts with you as a board, and we had talked about it staying the same for a year so that we could take the time to research and study and come up with something that will work for everybody. suggestions were vetoed by the village. And comments were made to me that I am finished paying for other people, and this one is verbatim. This will certainly cast a shadow on future constructive endeavors between the village and the town. That came from a village trustee. Now, apparently they felt it was appropriate to threaten and bully. And you know what, I was not okay with that. Our board should be working together and not tearing each other down. So I was really upset. I was saddened by the statements. I'm concerned for the future of our community, knowing that the people that we elected have those feelings toward us. It really concerns me. And I just want to be clear that I did not have anything to do with the 80-20 suggestion. I was never on board with that. I never was okay with it. And I will say that the bullying, the threats from the village, because Ken threatened to go to the press, and he did. And he called me out without having all the information. So it's not going to deter me from doing my job, which is to protect the interests of the town of Massena. That is what we are here to do, to protect the interests. So I've done that for the past 2 years, and as long as the town allows me to, I will continue to do it. But I just wanted to clear up what actually happened and the reasoning behind my no vote. My opinion, like I said, was the jump was just too deep for the town to have to take, for the residents of the town to have to take. And that is why my vote still stays as a no. I just want that to be clear and on the record.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
I would make one comment about that. The original proposal was $433,000 increase, and we ended up with a 20%, $200,000. It's still a large increase, but it was based on fact. And we went and researched the facts, and we got the facts from the fire department about all the actual costs were. So I felt pretty good about making sure that it was appropriate, and it's been a number of years it's been that way. So we're just glad that we did come to resolve with it. And I do agree with you, I want to make sure in the future, even though I won't personally be doing it, I want to be able to work with the village on all kinds of things. There are other things that were in process, and hopefully they'll remain in process and get done.
I absolutely agree. I think the town and the village need to work together. And we worked hard on it, Pat. I can't fault you at all. You worked hard on it, and you got it down as much as you could. I just personally wish they would have, it's been like this for 30 years, and they wouldn't give us a little more time. So that was my issue.
Christie, you're right, a increase of that significance should be scrutinized. On both parts.
I understand the numbers. I just think it's too big of a hit right now.
All right, thank you. Moving on here. Approval for the town council for the supervisor to sign and send draft agreement for FAA for the replaced rotary snow blower project.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Christie?
I'll second.
Seconded by Adrian. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Approval of the supervisor to sign and send draft agreement with FAA for the reconstruct airport lighting vault project.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Ray, and a second, please.
Second, I'll second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Approval of the town council to sign and send draft agreement with the FAA for the reconstruct access pavement and parking lot project.
I'll make that motion.
Ray, and a second.
I'll second it.
Pat, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Approval of the town council to solicit RFPs for an independent fee estimate for the reconstruct airport lighting vault project.
Make that motion.
Pat, and a second.
I'll second.
Ray, all in favor? Okay. I'll approve the town council to solicit RFPs again for an independent fee estimate for the reconstruct access pavement and parking lot project.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, and a second.
I'll second.
Pat, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. You all set, Dave? Authorize the town council to appoint the second deputy town clerk to the role as the new registrar.
I'll make that motion.
Ray, and a second.
I'll second.
Christie, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Authorize the town council to appoint the deputy town clerk to the role as the deputy town clerk registrar.
I'll make that motion.
Ray, and a second.
I'll
approve the town council to hire the candidate for the Massena Town building maintenance custodial position pending the outcome of the Massena Town drug and alcohol screening
I'll
policy.
make that motion, we have a meeting first.
Yeah, we interviewed on Monday, so that's good. Second to that?
I'll second it.
Okay, Christie, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we had over 30 applicants. Amazing.
And the interviews went right, there was a lot of good quality.
Yes,
Quality
yeah.
candidates.
Yeah. Okay, approve the town council to make a payment of $1,963,719.47 to retirement, to pay down the retirement debt that had incurred from selling the hospital. These monies would be transferred from BOCES lawsuit and MMH grants that Pat had put down to get those back to the town.
I will happily make that recommendation. That will help reduce the overall tax levy over the next 30 years, about $156,000 a year. If it's, staying at that amount to reduce the $5 million that
That's a
was
good shot to put toward that $5 million, so.
Yeah.
Is there a second? Adrian, no second?
No.
Christie, no second?
No, ma'am.
Ray, no second?
No.
Okay, so it fails. Pat and Andrew always just said yes, okay? Approve the town council to adopt the seeker lead agency resolution for the data center amendment to the town of Massena code. No motions?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, Adrian,
I'll second that.
seconded by Ray, and all in favor for this one?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Approve the town council to schedule a public hearing on proposed local law, and this reflects back to,
And it's a data center, just allowing,
Yeah.
the specific use of data centers and industrial zones in the house.
yeah, that's one thing that had to be amended in policy.
Yep.
Any motions, please?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Christie, second,
I'll second that.
seconded by Ray, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to warrants and transfers and amendments. Okay. The auditors for the day were Adrian and Ray.
Yeah, she did it
I
for me,
signed it.
because
Christie did it for,
I was trying to get in.
So we have to, we're gonna have to strike that payment on the warrant.
yeah,
And we're gonna have to strike that out and have a new warrant. And we're also gonna have to strike out on the budget amendment, the transferring of the New York class account to the general fund for the BOCES in the hospital, and also strike the budget amendment, that's on the budget transfer. Those have to be struck out.
okay. Make a note that Joey Richie took the things and other burgers. But otherwise, all the other warrants, the two people who the auditing.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, except for that one, Nate, Ray makes a motion,
I'll second it.
and Christie, oh, wait, you weren't auditing today, were you?
I audited, I signed for Adrian.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Okay, great, okay, good. And then all in favor, please?
Aye.
Okay, good. Transfers and amendments.
I make the motion.
Okay, so Christie,
I'll second.
and seconded by Ray, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, Brenda, back to you for financial reports.
As of today, 2025, our revenue collected so far is $7,349,784. Back in 2024, at this time, it was $5,904,513. So the 2025 revenue collected is, revenue difference is $1,445,271 more than December of '24. Our expenses as of today for 2025 is $9,191,341, which also, that expense is gonna also come off with the hospital.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, back in 2024, our expenses were $6,301,416. So our 2025 expenses were $2,889,925 more than December '24 minus the hospital.
Thank you. Good. All right, let's go to our reports. A town highway and the airport, please. Dylan?
For the highway garage, we patched potholes on all town roads, we installed a new well pump at the highway garage, we plowed 14 times and maintained all plow equipment after each winter event. For equipment repairs, unit 51, we replaced broken exhaust parts. Unit 53, we repaired electrical that controls the sander. We for the airport, boutique air numbers for November was 446 in plane, 479 deplane, for 928 total. There was 169 landings with 11 canceled flights due to weather. They are continuing with the terminal roof rehab project. It is projected to be completed next week. Serviced all winter plow equipment and plowed 12 times over there. The library, we have no new issues. The museum, we are still currently working on sheetrocking half of the storage shed. The insulation and heat has been turned on in that side though.
That's good.
It looks good too.
That's good.
Good work.
All right, thank you. Joint recreation, please.
So their meeting was on December 9th, and last month they had to cancel Rock and Skate, so they're hoping to get it back up and running again. They had the battle of their border tournaments December 5th through 7th. They had 9 Pee Wee teams and 4 Bantam teams. Is that how you say it? Okay. The outdoor rinks will be open as weather permits, but again, they're not opening the shacks. The only one that'll have access to like indoor is the one at the Massena Arena. They had talked some more about their naming policy, and I believe that they're gonna have the village and the town boards go over that and approve it. The arena was actually shut down for about a week, 5-6 days, because of a mold issue. So they shut it down, they did what they had to do, got rid of the mold, and they were able to reopen it on Friday the 5th, 6th, somewhere around there. The Massena Figure Skating Club is having an invitational. They've been doing a lot of competitions. They were at one just this past weekend. And they are talking now about their community center lease agreement, which I have a copy of. I don't know if we need it, but I do have a copy of that. And their next meeting is January 13th in the new year.
Okay, good, thank you. Town library. We'll start here first.
I
then we'll
wasn't
go to
able to
Krista.
attend, I was working.
No, I couldn't attend either.
You didn't
because my
attend
wife
either?
had
Krista,
All right,
go ahead.
all right. So, as usual, I would like to tell you about the value that the town of Massena got from the public library for the month of November. And we are at $73,180 just for the month of November. That's looking at books borrowed, programs attended, meeting room use. I actually went through this month and totaled up how many hours community members and organizations utilized the meeting spaces in the library for the month of November, because I thought that might be an interesting number. 87.5 hours. Some real estate within the library was utilized by a community organization or individual. And I think that's pretty amazing. That was, through the value calculator, that comes to a total of $2,187 that was not a burden on the community. Let's see, we had our holiday celebration this past Saturday. It was beautiful, it was wonderful.
It was well packed, and the entertainment was great.
Weren't they wonderful?
It was great to see the place packed full of people.
Yes, yes. We had Acapella North as our musical entertainment, and they were fantastic. Just really interactive and really wonderful. We had a lively book sale and a bake sale, and oh my God, you guys, Santa was there. And it was so exciting. The kids had so much fun. I had so much fun. It was a really, really special day that we were so happy to share with so many people. And I was so thrilled you were there, Sue.
I enjoyed, well, you know, I like to go to all the art
Yep,
shows, and
yep.
those are my two things I like.
Yep. Yeah, it was a really great day. Our friends group ended up raising over $6,000 with their raffles and their book sale and their bake sale. It's one of our biggest fundraiser events yet. They gave me the report, and over last year's total for the same event, it was more than $4,000 more. So it was a really great day. But we're not done. That may be the last big thing for the year, but we've got more coming in January, including a bank fraud workshop with Jerry Manor, because Jerry Manor is our best friend at the library. He does all kind of financial wellness workshops for us, and this is an important one. Bank fraud, all kinds of frauds are on the rise constantly, and it's really easy to get sucked into them. So I really encourage people to attend this workshop. That's going to be on January 14th at 5 p.m. No registration required. Just show up and learn how to protect yourself. We have BOCES coming in to do a GED prep class on January 22nd at 1 p.m. If you know somebody who is looking to take the GED, it's not easy. Graduating high school is easier than taking the GED. So if you know somebody in that position, this can be a lifesaver for them. That same day, we have our Healthy Cooking on a Budget once again. We have a new person doing it from Cornell Cooperative Extension, and she has changed the time, so it will be at 3 p.m. on the 22nd instead of our normal evening. We'll see how that goes. If that doesn't work for the community, we'll assess a different time, but it's worth a shot. Saturday, January 24th is the Massena Artist Association Open Show and Reception at 10:30. Highly recommend that. We have been working closely with the Massena Artist Association for many years, and we are just really happy to be able to bring a venue for local artists, but also to bring art into the community. And that's what the Massena Artist Association does, and we are glad to partner with them for it. And finally, I just want to mention our Warm Hearts, Warm Library fundraiser. We started, the fundraiser launched mid-October. It has gone on for the past 2 months. We had a goal of $45,000, which was approximately half of the matching funds that we thought we were going to need for our construction grant to upgrade our boiler system. We expected to take about a year to raise that amount of money. In 2 months, we raised $45,100. So thank you, Massena. Thank you so much. You blew our minds a lot. There were some really great big donors. Sue and her husband Ken